now at 6, Cape Coral Councilwoman Patty Cummings was at tonight's council meeting. That's her taking her seat as her colleagues voted to discuss her criminal case. Cummings is charged with making a fraudulent application for a driver's license and 2 counts of false swearing in connection to voting or elections. Thank you for watching NBC2. I'm Peter Bush.
And I'm Kelly Burns. Today's meeting comes less than 24 hours after Cummings walked out of the Lee County Jail.
What do you have to say to the constituents out there that you potentially falsely told that you lived in that area, but you didn't?
That's not what you did. Watch out.
That's what you're accused of doing, Patty.
We see Cummings there with her attorney, not answering any of our questions. Her lawyer telling us that she's innocent. NBC2 has team coverage tonight. Chief political correspondent Dave Elias is investigating whether Cummings will be removed from office.
But first, let's go to Rachel Whelan live outside Cape Coral City Council. Rachel, Council is going to be discussing these charges against Cummings any minute now.
That's right. The meeting is still going on here in Cape Coral City Hall, and they are not going to discuss Patty Cummings until the very end. But like you said, there was a moment when we thought that Cummings may not show up to the meeting because she came in late. We know at least 2 council members are calling for her to resign. That's Tom Hayden and Robert Welsh. Today, we spoke with people who worked on Patty Cummings' campaign. They say despite the outcome of this investigation, they still support her. And I want to point out that tonight, actually most of these seats are empty. We have seen chamber way more packed when City Council talked about topics like J.C. Park. Once again, the meeting is still going on. We have a reporter inside being your eyes and ears. You can count on NBC2 to keep you updated. I'm reporting at Cape Coral City Hall. Rachel Whelan, NBC2.
Rachel, thank you. Cummings is accused of lying about where she lived when she ran for office last year. Council members must live in the district they represent. A campaign volunteer claimed Cummings lived on Southwest 50th Terrace, which is in District 2. But when Cummings filed to run, she claimed she lived on Palm Tree Boulevard, and that is in District 4 in the green. Later, Cummings changed her address to Embers Parkway in District 6, claiming that her home was damaged from Hurricane Ian.
So what comes next for Cummings' political career? NBC2's Dave Elias continues our team coverage, investigating what would need to happen to remove her from office.
Occasionally there's political prosecutions, but we'll be pleading not guilty and proceeding in that manner.
Cummings attorney Paul Sisko at his client's side Tuesday as she walked out of jail, saying in this news release today that he won't discuss the facts in the case, instead alleging she is a victim of the political machine, a claim denied by Republican State Committeeman Matt Caldwell, who turned over a whistleblower complaint against Cummings to the governor's office.
The whistleblower came to me with their complaint because of my previous history as a legislator, my responsibility as the state committeeman here locally for the Republican Party.
The whistleblower herself denying politics and saying Cummings broke the law.
If people look at the evidence and read the reports, they'll know that this was perfectly researched.
One thing for certain, if the governor removes Cummings, it won't be the first time it's happened in Cape Coral's history.
No city ever wants to see this kind of situation where a council member who we're putting our trust into is charged with a felony. And yes, we had that back in 2006.
Eric Feichthaler was Cape Coral mayor back when a councilman was removed from office for allegations of lying on a job application and serving as a realtor without a license. Serious charges like those facing Cummings.
Once they did file those charges, the governor did act swiftly.
Now, Governor DeSantis, who is known for removing high-profile Democrats from office, has not said whether or not he will remove Cummings. I have placed several calls. We have not heard back. We also reached out to State Attorney Amira Fox's office, and we have asked for further comment from her as well and have not heard anything back. Peter, Kelly?
Dave, did Cummings' attorney elaborate on why the charges against her may actually be politically motivated?
You know, he was not specific, but we do know that Cummings did file a 20-page lawsuit against Governor Ron DeSantis back in 2020 over those COVID shutdowns. Could be some reason there. We don't know. But again, we have placed calls to find out from the governor if and when and get his reaction. And so far, we have not heard back. We're continuing, though, to monitor this meeting. I might say that I was sitting in and watching Patty Cummings. And for her, it's business as as usual. We're live in Cape Coral tonight. Dave Elias, NBC2.
Tax